Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is boy Sam from Out of Trading here, and today we'll be looking at Sndl, Sndl Rowers Incorporated, and today we're going to be looking at that recent news that has just come out. There has been quite a few different states that are looking to legalize cannabis, one being New York, which is just absolutely insane, and honestly, this could really increase the price of Sndl if these sort of law sort of stuff, or all of these lawsuits, not really lawsuits, but sort of these government policies go through. So they are currently looking at going through that, and we're going to see what happens with those. With that being said, today we're also going to be looking at the graphical analysis of Sndl over the last week or so to see what the price action has been like and where it could go in the future. With that being said, if you haven't already, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. It really helps the channel out, and we're currently on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and it would mean the absolute world to us if we could get there soonish. I know it's not going to happen overnight, but honestly, you lot have been giving us so much support, and I can't thank you all enough. With that being said, let's get into the video. Before we get into today's video, I just want to say that I'm in no way, shape or form a financial advisor, and please take anything I say with a pinch of salt. I'm simply a university student studying business and management, and that is all. Stocks are battlefields, be sure to do your own research, your own due diligence before entering into the battlefield. I can only scout the battlefield for you, however, I cannot fight the battle for you. With that being said, let's move on. So, as you can see on your screen right now, New York lawmakers finalized cannabis legalization deal. Here's what was in the bill. So, New York state lawmakers on Saturday night put the finishing touches on a deal to legalize cannabis products for those 21 and older, while allowing adults to maintain up to 3 mature marijuana plants in their home per person, which is massive news. So they are legalizing the use of cannabis for people over the age of 21, and they're allowing them to have their own cannabis in their house, which is a great thing for Sndl, because they're able to actually sell to New York because it is now legal, right? So the Saturday night agreement with a revised marijuana bill came after lawmakers had reached a tentative agreement earlier in the week, cemented months of negotiations over the measure. The state legislator is expected to pass the bill in the coming days. The measure is expected to generate millions of dollars in revenue for New York and boost programs for communities affected by severe drug laws of the past. The measure was agreed to over the objections of law enforcement organizations as well as the New York State PTA, which had raised objections over safety, security, and the potential for children to gain access to these sort of cannabis plants / marijuana plants, right? So this is what the measures of the bill include. So 40% of the revenue dedicated for the communities impacted by prior drug laws, 40% to schools and public education, and 20% to drug treatment and prevention programs. So they're using the money wisely to actually help out sort of the community, which is a very good thing. So they're giving back and obviously educating about what drugs could potentially do to people, and also like how to use them properly and to use them in a recreational manner, like sort of so you're not overusing it, if that makes sense, and getting hooked on it. So half of the licenses will be dedicated to equity applicants. So you'll have a license to actually be able to, I assume, either sell or have possession of cannabis. So you'll have to go through some sort of procedure to be able to get some sort of license to be able to hold it or sell it. Like I'll have to look at this a bit further through, but that's what I'm getting from this currently. So ends penalties for the possession of less than 3 ounces of cannabis, creates an office of cannabis management, allows New Yorkers to maintain 3 mature plants and 3 immature plants per adult for both medicinal patients, and in the adult use program with a limit of 6 mature and 6 immature plants per household. The bill's approval will make New York the latest state in the nation to allow adult use marijuana and opening up one of the largest markets. It's estimated New York alone will have a multi-billion cannabis market in the coming years. So this is huge news for the likes of Sndl. Although they primarily trade in Canada, right? If now these US states are opening up, that means there's a market for it, and other cannabis stocks such as Tilray as well will go up from these sorts of things, because it will show that if all these other states are currently opening up to the use of marijuana, then a lot of other states are going to follow suit, sort of thing. So that is why I think that right now is a great time to invest in SNDL, because if a lot of these states actually go in and sort of, you know, follow the suit of all these other states that are legalizing cannabis, then there could be a massive market. As soon as the US has it legalized, it's going to create a massive market for the cannabis industry. Now, there's also some other states. I'm not going to go too much into detail because New York was the big one which I wanted to cover. However, Illinois is also looking at it, as we see here. I'll leave links to the articles down in the description down below. You have special New Mexico legislative session of cannabis. So New Mexico are also trying to legalize cannabis as well. And you also have Virginia governor who wants to basically get marijuana legalized, right? So in my previous video, I drew this flag, right, of where SNDL could go. And what I said was once we broke out this flag, we'd probably see some bullish action. And what did we see? We saw it go below. And then what happened was we saw a reversal back up to the 1.25 mark. And we're now sort of leaving out a bit of reconsolidation on the market, which is absolutely fine, because as we see, it's hit like this sort of support structure, as you see, as I drew like sort of around here. And it's primed to go up a bit further. Now, I'm going to create a quick new level of resistance of where we're looking at right now. And as we can sort of see, we are sort of getting to this flag end. Now, once we get out this flag end, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more bullish action and potentially reaching the likes of, actually, let me do a quick check here. So if we put the retracement, we'll go back to that 0.36 mark, and we'll go up to where it reached 1.88, right? And what we can see is I can see it retracing. I reckon it will go slightly below again. And what we're going to see is it will go up to about the 50% mark, about this $1.40 mark. And if that happens, then happy days. And again, this is not financial advice. This is me just doing my own analysis. And, you know, it's always important for you to do your own analysis and do your own research, because not everything I do is correct, funnily enough. You know, I'm human, I make mistakes, but in my opinion, this seems to be quite a good sort of graph and a good indicator of where SNDL could go in the upcoming days. And that's not even to mention, if this lawsuit or this law firm / government policy comes through, then it is going to really increase the value of SNDL. And honestly, I could see SNDL, if all these things come through and we start seeing a few other states follow suit with New York, then we could see SNDL potentially go up to the $2 mark, maybe even higher than that, and actually trade at that price, because they're going to have more revenue streams. They're going to be able to tap into the US market, which, as all of us know, is a massive market to tap into, and it's a land of opportunity. And, you know, personally, I think that this is an amazing buy right now, because I can't see why SNDL won't go up in the future, because there's so many good signs of, you know, cannabis getting legalized, that I think that right now SNDL is a very solid buy. And always do your own due diligence before entering into this stock. With that being said, I hope you have all enjoyed today's video. If you have, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and if we can hit it soon, that'll be very much appreciated. And I will be doing I'm not sure, it will either be a live stream or it will be like a video in a bear onesie. So if you want to see that, hit that subscribe button and obviously like the video to raise awareness for my thoughts on SNDL. With that being said, thank you for watching. This has been your boy Sam from Train, and I'll see you in the next video on the channel. Take care, everyone.